Today, I don't need to say anything to the children who are going to have their first communion. Mr. Hughes has done a good job preparing them for this day. May I talk to you, the parents and the godparents? Just sharing some thoughts with you. Some random thoughts. You may remember at the baptism of your child, you heard these words. These are the words addressing the parents. You are the first teachers of your child in the ways of faith. You are the first teachers of your child in the ways of faith. And you are the best of teachers, bearing witness to the faith by what you say and do. So you are the first of teachers and the best of teachers in the ways of faith by what you say and do. May I ask you a very sincere question. Do you fulfill that responsibility? It was your promise to God that day. Do you fulfill that responsibility? You rejoice over your children. But don't forget, your children are God's gift to you. Your work in having, or your role in having your children is very minimum. It was entirely God's work. That's God's word. I formed you in your mother's womb. I called you by name. You are mine. So your child belongs to God. God has just put you in your hands as a gift for you to take care of them and to teach them the ways of faith and the ways of God. Are you fulfilling that responsibility? My dear friends, nobody can teach faith. Mr. Hughes, after the hours he spent with your children, don't put the responsibility on him because he cannot and I cannot. Don't ever think faith is a responsibility of the catechism teachers or the parish priest or the nuns no, it's entirely the responsibility of the parents. Entirely, because they are in your hands, and faith is not taught but caught. It is just caught. They catch it. Looking at your life, the way husband and wife, the way you love each other, and they can see what difference your faith in God has made in their life. So nobody can tell your children about God, a loving Father in heaven, unless your life together, husband and wife, your life together is an example of or reflection of the loving Father in heaven. So make sure your children are taught faith at home by the way you live your faith. Second thing, remember this too. Your children need faith in God. Your children need faith in God. Because by having faith, they are learning how to live this life. Life is too complicated. Life is too complicated to make any sense of it. How do you understand the mystery of life? Are you learning more science? No, science is good. Mathematics is good. 1 plus 1 is 2. But life is 1 plus 1 is not 2. It could be 10. That is life. Hydrogen, oxygen, water, wonderful indeed. But life is more than water and food. How do you understand the mystery of life? That's where faith comes in. The life of Jesus comes in. This book, the Bible, is the manual of life. The manual of life. You understand the meaning and purpose of this life from the life and the death and the resurrection of Jesus. See, every time you come to Mass, bring your children to Mass, you are teaching them the ways of faith. Learn from Jesus. Look at Him, listen to Him, and learn from Him. So ask yourself, how much do you practice your faith? How much you really practice your faith? How much you value your faith? How much you nourish your faith? Your children are totally helpless. Don't you know that? These little ones are totally helpless because they depend on you. You have a great responsibility. As an unmarried man with no children, I can tell you, I bow before you because your responsibility is great. Because you can make your child, form your child the way you decide. That responsibility is a great responsibility. This angel in your hands, if you are not careful, if you are not handling your child with the prayer and with the prayer and the care and the faith, that child could one day be, sorry to say, a devil. So your angel, this angel is very precious to me, so make sure your child is always an angel of God, bringing you blessings and joys into your life. So my dear parents and godparents, I repeat again, practice your faith, nourish your faith, and keep on pouring your faith into your children by the way you live your life. Thank you.